record me. Start recording me. You gotta record me. We're gonna record because we are going to do the first lesson. It's written there. How to get good video on a mobile device. You need to record this. You need to put it on YouTube, on a YouTube channel that is for this class that you're going to make, either right now or may already have, possibly, because you took me from Computer Applications 111. So, gotta record me. Gotta record me. So everybody's gotta record, but the things I'm saying to your faces, not mostly, actually I'm walking around being silly. I'm purposefully making it difficult for you to record me. Because the first step in getting good video on a mobile device, the very first step to getting video on a mobile device, please turn your phone sideways. No more portrait video ever. Landscape. Although I know some of you actually have a little button that turns, even when you're holding a portrait, it makes it a landscape. I understand that. Hold a landscape. That's the first step. Because you're going to be using my cameras, and they're like $200, which actually is not expensive. However, you break it, you got to buy me a new one. They won't give you your diploma until you buy me a new one. So, landscape. 2 hands. How much does this thing cost? And then my parents bought it for me. It's at least $1,000. At least $1,000. Get your hands on there. Mine are only $200. This is $1,000 too. But my video cameras, my camcorders, they're $200. About, I think the price is now $220 just because time. They're good. But you're going to put both hands on those cameras, and you're going to hold them in landscape mode. Because if you hold them in portrait, it'll look real silly. So, 2 hands, landscape mode. That's our first step to getting good video on a mobile device. Next, well, we want to be able to get good video, and of course we're holding it. We want to be able to move smoothly as our person, our target, our actor, our crazy professor walks around gabbing at us. So what do we want to do? Well, we want to try and take out a lot of the bounce that our bodies put into it. So we can do that by bringing our elbows in, right? We want to bring our elbows in, because if you're out here, you're doing this. You gotta bring your elbows in. You kind of know this already. Some of you are already doing it, very good. Because we want to be able to turn our bodies to pan with the long muscles, the long cord muscles of our core. Because if you're using the smaller muscles, they're tiny little adjustments. It really makes it shake. Bring those elbows in. You want to plant yourself. Right. Elbows in. Plant yourself. Your heels underneath your shoulders. Bring yourself back on your haunches a little bit. Don't lock your knees. Because if you do, you'll vibrate. And every small motion really just gets amplified. Bend your knees a little bit. Not full horse stance, right? Plant yourself well. Bring yourself back on your haunches. Elbows in. And turn with those long core muscles. Ooh, look how much more smooth that is. Right? You can do this. Instead of like this. I don't care if you look goofy. You're recording here, right? We have to think about how is the camera seeing. It's another eye. It's an external eye that we are controlling. Now on top of that, when you have a subject, like me, who's moving around, saying things loudly. Uh-oh, ran out of space. Oh no. Saying things loudly, we got to keep that subject in the center of the frame on our cameras. Got to keep it in the center of the frame, because that center of the frame, that middle of what you're looking at, that middle part, that's where the focus is the best on these cameras, on these lenses, on the ones that you're looking at me with. They're circular, just like your eye. And because of that, the edges of the frames are bent and distorted. Light comes into those parts at a different rate. Now the software normalizes that a lot. It really does a pretty good job. The software in your head does the same thing. It's taking that information and it's sort of glossing it out. It's kind of flattening it out a little bit. So you don't see that fisheye lens, fishbowl effect thing going on as much as it's really happening. But what can really help is to try and keep things in that center 75%. And you might notice on my phone, I have enabled the little grid marks on there. And a lot of phones have that functionality. Some of them even have the center 75 line, which actually puts a little border around the edges, helps keep you off that border. The camcorders that we will be using for this class, I've already pre-enabled that on there. It doesn't, it doesn't put that on top of the video. It's just so that you can see it. It turns it on the screen itself. So if you can, turn on that grid. That will really, really help you get better video. Keeping somebody in that center 75%. Keep them out of the borders. Okay, I'll turn that back around. This way. Right. Okay, so now, we got 4 things so far. Landscape, both hands. Bring those elbows in. Let's stand nice. Center 75. Last one is this. If you can, become the tripod. Let's become tripods. Get up against the walls. Get up against the board. Put your shoulders right into the wall. Board's clean. We cleaned it. Nobody's used it yet. Just me. Right? Get your shoulders on there. Okay. 1 foot out. 1 foot in. I am now, my body, all of me, is being put into this wall, and I've got my elbows in. I'm turning with my core muscles. And that's just nicely separated from it. The video will come out very smooth right now. It will be panning. Yes, you notice that you went from doing this, having the phone in front of your face. Now it's down here, isn't it? In a much more natural position. You can look down and see. You can also be pretty assured whatever's going on here is similar to what you're seeing up here. Your video is coming in smoother and nicer. You got a good idea here. You know what's even better than getting up against the wall? If you can get up in a door frame. Ooh. Put your shoulder in. Put 1 foot up against. Put the other foot out. Just takes all of you out of it. As much as possible, you don't want to be part of the system that is recording. There's one more place we can do it. At a desk. Quick, get back to your desks. Go, 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 go. Get back to your desk. Go, 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 go. I'm not done with going. We're almost done. Get back to your desk. Okay, sit down. Sit down. I frankly think that this is how you should take notes for everything, for all your classes. Ever since one of these things, a smartphone with a camera that can take video, existed. Right? Elbow, elbow, sternum. Elbow, elbow, sternum. I can sit here rock solid, like an hour. Why would I write down the notes? Just record. Right? Just got to be a little mindful of your own breath getting in there. But I mean, look, it's solid, steady. Right? It's not bouncing in your hands. You can still turn a little bit. You can just kind of scooch. But you're putting your body and all your weight into that table, and now it's not in the phone. You're just holding the phone. It's pointed at your target. Hopefully your professors are ones that got the clue in their head that when they're talking to you, they turn towards you so you can hear them instead of them talking into the board like this. F of X. You gotta get the second to work. No. Get up on there. See what they're doing. Okay. Cut.